Okay, so we're diving deep today into Superman.
Yo, yeah.
I asked for some info on the upcoming movie,
Uh-huh.
Superman, and you did not disappoint. You
No.
sent me some great articles.
Yeah.
So we've got a new actor,
Uh-huh.
new Lois Lane,
Mm-hmm.
new logo.
Oh, wow.
Like,
A whole new.
feels like a whole new era for Superman.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this movie,
Yeah,
Superman,
Superman.
coming out July 11th, 2025.
Oh, I like how you just threw that out there real casual.
You know, people got to mark their calendars.
Yeah.
This is going to kick off like a new era for the DC universe.
Right. Yeah, this isn't just like another sequel or something.
Yeah, no, this is like
This is a whole...
a brand new, fresh start.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
David Corenswet as Superman.
Okay.
I mean, what a choice.
Yeah.
I was reading through these articles, and
Mhm.
they're really going for a younger,
Yeah.
more idealistic Superman
Yeah, more of a fresh take.
than we've seen before.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? Is that a good...
I mean, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
I think it's bold.
Uh-huh.
I think that it could be really interesting,
Yeah.
you know, especially for today's world,
Mm-hmm.
to have this sort of like
Yeah.
Superman who is still kind of figuring things out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what's so fascinating about this whole idea, right?
Yeah.
Like a Superman who's maybe a little unsure of himself,
Yeah.
still grappling with his powers.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to find his place in a world that's,
Yeah.
let's face it, kind of a mess right now.
Yeah, right.
So I think
It's not all sunshine and rainbow
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not.
like it used to be.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So seeing him
Right,
try to
yeah.
navigate that, you know, with his
Yeah.
core values
Yeah.
of truth, justice, and all that,
Right.
I think that's going to be really compelling to watch.
You know what's interesting too is that
Yeah.
I mean, you've mentioned before you're a big fan of like the
I'm-
Christopher Reeve era.
Oh, yeah. Christopher Reeve is like the classic Superman for me.
Right. And I think a lot of people are going to be
Oh, for sure.
comparing Corenswet to that performance.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious,
Yeah.
how do you think this younger,
Mm-hmm.
more idealistic Superman is going to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, resonate with audiences who grew up
Yeah.
with those movies?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting because Reeves' Superman was,
Mhm.
you know, very much of his time.
Yeah.
He was very confident,
Yeah.
you know, very stoic, kind of,
Yep.
like almost like a statue in a way.
Right.
Yeah. And I think for today's audiences,
Yeah.
someone who's a little bit more vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more unsure of himself,
Yeah.
might actually resonate more, you
Right.
know, because I think a lot of people today,
Uh-huh.
especially younger people, are feeling
Yeah.
a lot of uncertainty themselves.
Yeah.
So I think
It's like a very uncertain time to be alive.
it is. It really is. And I
Yeah.
think seeing that reflected in Superman could be really powerful.
Right. Instead of being like this
Yeah.
beacon of like,
Exactly.
you know, unwavering strength.
Right.
He's still strong, but
Yeah.
maybe
He's figuring it out as he goes.
Right.
Which I think is something we can all relate to.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about Lois.
Oh, yes. Lois Lane.
Rachel Brosnahan is taking on the role.
I know. I'm so excited about this.
What do you...
What do you think?
I think
she's a fantastic actress.
I think she's a great actress, and I
Yeah.
think that she's going to bring a certain
A certain
depth to the role.
Yes.
You know, I think she can play that
Yeah.
sort of like intelligent wit
Yes, exactly.
that Lois needs.
I'm really interested to see how they handle their dynamic,
Oh, totally.
especially with a younger Superman.
Yeah. Will she be more of a mentor to him,
Oh, that's a great question.
do you think?
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she is the seasoned reporter,
Right.
and he's still kind of figuring out his place in the world. So I think there's definitely potential for that kind of dynamic.
And it kind of flips the traditional
It does.
Superman-Lois dynamic on his head.
Totally.
You know, where
Yeah.
she's kind of
Yeah.
leading the way in some respects.
Yeah.
Instead of him.
Right. Which I think could be really refreshing.
Yeah.
And interesting to see how that plays out.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you sent over this article about
Oh,
the new logo,
yes.
which they revealed at Tokyo Comic-Con.
I know. Isn't it cool?
It is cool. It's a big change.
Very different.
It's very different.
Yeah.
It's a very modern take
It's sleek. It's modern.
on the classic S.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love when the update classic looks like that.
Me too.
Me too. You know,
I think it's a good way to kind of,
it makes it feel fresh.
yes, signal that things are changing.
Right, but it's still connected to what we know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it works?
I think it has potential.
Okay.
It's definitely bold.
Yeah.
It's eye-catching.
Uh-huh.
And it definitely got people talking.
Yeah, it's starting conversations for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of starting conversations,
Yes.
there's a teaser out,
Yes, there is.
and it sounds like the story is going to focus on Superman
Mm-hmm.
struggling with his Kryptonian heritage
Yeah.
and his humor upbringing.
Right. Classic Superman theme.
Right.
But
Always a good one.
always a good one. And I think,
Ye-
you know,
Why do you think that is? Why is that such a classic theme?
I think it's because it's a story that everybody can relate to on some level, you
Yeah.
know? This idea of like
Yeah.
two different sides of yourself
Yeah.
and trying to reconcile those.
Yeah, like where do I belong?
Right.
You know, what is my true identity?
Especially in today's world.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
especially today where, identity is such a
It's such a big topic.
huge topic.
You know, and I think this
Yeah.
film could really tap into that in
Yeah.
a powerful way.
And I'm curious to see if they explore,
Mm-hmm.
the sort of
Yeah.
the metaphor of like
Yeah.
being an alien
Right.
in a world.
In a world that's increasingly